Hi everyone and welcome to Tosser Show. And today we are going to play a game that I never did before, that is named The Letter. Oh, and I'm doing this for Halloween. I already like that piano and that special creepy style of scene. I love that piano. I think it's a visual novel, so I don't think I need to play more than with more than the mouse. Quality high, texture high, best resolution, full screen, text English, skip stops as at unread text, okay. Skip mode classic. So far everything looks good. Gameplay running background, show debug info, difficulty. There's QTE. Yeah, there's quick time events. So apparently there's a gallery with 7 chapters where you can get stuff from. You have to know that there's 172 achievements on that game. I was looking at that and I was like, oh my god, 172 achievements. I think that's what it is. But it's above 100 achievements, which is a lot for a game. But you can see that there's a lot of stuff. Apparently there's an extra with all the music, like the achievement. So it'll be very interesting to see all of that. I was always very excited about that game. I heard about it maybe... when did I hear about it? I heard about it. Oh, I didn't even realize here, but you see on the letter, like you see a figure here between the two T. Oh, I hope that it's not too creepy for me, but we'll see. It looks very interesting. Alright, let's get started. Let's start a new game. Let's see what it is about. Oh, and for those who wonder, right now Humble Bundle up to October 28 have the letter within his bundle. So don't hesitate to buy it from there. Huh? Prologue. Alright. Yeah, it's a full visual novel. Okay, let's see what's all those UI elements. So there's an auto element, there's a skip element, there's a backlog element, there's a save, load, journal, relationship, branching trees, options, controls, and quit. So super quickly, let's go to backlog. Backlog obviously just show what you already read, like in any game. If I go back up with my my cursor, well, on a mouse, if you use like the scrolling up, it will actually show the backlog, like any game. Like even Igarashi was like that, by the way. Journal, apparently there's some kind of journal. Ooh. Well, so far nothing discovered, so we have nothing from a timeline standpoint at least. And most of the things happen in October up to November, apparently. Then this profile about those people, which we don't know who they are so far. Relationship, okay, here's a couple of characters. So there's somebody named Isabella that has nothing here. Then we don't know the rest, but apparently there's other people: Anna, Zachary, Marianne, Rebecca, Ashton, and Luke. We'll see who they are and what it means to know them and do stuff. Warning, this feature shows the outline of your current chapters and has content that others might deem as spoilers. Do you want to proceed? No, I don't want to see spoilers with the branching trees. Let's see, controls. Okay, so I can confirm, I can save with a right click, I can scroll back up, click show hide. Yeah, and all of those from the keyboard looks like just classic type of elements that I can do with a keyboard, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, let's get started. The Ermengarde Mansion. It was built for Lord William and Lady Elizabeth Ermengarde of Luxbourne, humble ambassadors of peace and beloved by their people. Both were well known for their compassion and generosity, never failing to extend a helping hand to anyone in need. Under their influence and wealth, what was once a small, sleepy village grew to a prosperous and bustling town. So just before we continue here, I love the little effect of those branching trees that are moving around, like all those root trees and the rain. It seems to have a good so far design style, or it looks like it would be a good design style. So let's see what's gonna happen to the art afterwards. So yeah, let's continue. However, the season of joy eventually ended when the good nobles perished at the hands of a great plague. Their riches and legacy were henceforth passed on to their only child, Lady Charlotte Ermengarde. Ermengarde, I guess you say it this way, Ermengarde. I have a French accent too, so probably I'm gonna try to say his name in French. Charlotte. Anyway, the mansion has stood since the 1620s, a witness to a very long history of joy and pain. After Lady Charlotte committed suicide, the great house was eventually left uninhabited. And that is when it began. Surrounding villagers spoke of seeing and hearing unearthly things, of cries and howls that filled the night, and hearsay of a mysterious woman roaming the hollowed halls aimlessly. People who dared enter its wall were simply never heard from again. Even after 400 years, these stories remain, much like the house itself. Whispers about the once great house, its legends and its curse, still fall upon the villagers' ears. In spite of this, the current owners are convinced that these stories are nothing more than a hoax. Okay, the current owners. With little regard for the truth, they had Briar Realty Corporation place the property back on sale. Like Pandora's box, the secret that lies inside await to be discovered by brave souls. No matter what happens, take care not to be consumed by the curse. Good luck. Isabella. We got a call. Let's try
Hello?
to...
Isabella, are you there? Where are you?
Okay, so somebody named Rose is calling us. Oh, it's funny because the time is moving here. Let's see who is Isabella. A familiar jittery voice comes from the other end.
Oh, hey Rose. I'm at St. Goretti High. What's the matter?
Oh, I love that little character art with a smile and all that. That'll be interesting. So that's how they do their visual novel here. It may not be like a classic visual novel where you just see the character mostly in the art here. Or maybe it will be a mix and match, who knows. So let's see what journal brought up, because there's something new here. Oh, okay. So now we have a profile for the character of Isabella. So Isabella. Maria Isabella Grace Cruz Santos. Birth date May 28, Gemini, 26 years old. Height 5'2", 158 cm, so 1 m. Occupation estate agent. Nationality Filipino. Religion Roman Catholic. Education fine arts undergraduate. Likes cinnamon rolls. Cinnamon rolls are very good. Dogs, food, police procedural dramas, and teleseries, comedies, karaoke. She is the third child among 7, daughter of a laundry woman and a jeepney driver. What is a jeepney? I'll have to check that out. She went to a public school and was an average student, but took to art easily. Eventually, she pursued a degree in fine arts, as encouraged by her father, However, when the man was diagnosed with a terminal illness, she had to stop studying to make money. It was Isabella's aunt who helped her get work overseas in order to earn more money than any local job could get her. Rose Cooper became a mentor as soon as she started as an agent at BRC. It's been 5 years since she met her neighbor, Rebecca. She met Ashton during an unfortunate incident involving her first sale at Devlin Court and later Zachary through him. Interesting. So basically she knows nearly everybody that is up there, from what they say, because she knows Zachary, she knows Ashton, and she met Rebecca. Alright, so apparently Isabella will be one of our character brought up by that realty corporation. So let's see what it means. So far there's nothing here, it was just here. Okay.
What do you mean, what's the matter?
Okay, I guess that we're gonna talk every time, so I don't need to do the voice like in Igarashi. Yay!
It's the mansion, silly. I'm here and you're late.
We're late. Apparently we're supposed to be at the mansion. Did you see like all the little birds and all that? I found the style pretty cute.
Jeez, we're on shift together. You promised. Oh my god, please don't tell me you forgot. You were planning on leaving me to check this place out on my own, weren't you?
Interesting. So Rose actually is already over there at the Emma Garden mansion, house, whatever the name's at.
You chickened out.
I would
Calm
probably
down.
chicken out
You
too.
know I take my promises seriously.
I love that style. I think it's really cool. I don't know if you will see my pointer and my mouse. I hope you do, because otherwise you will not see what I was trying to pinpoint down there on the right for the UI, but anyway, let's continue.
I'd like to believe that. So hurry up and get here. This place is huge. A bit too quiet since no one's lived here since, like, forever, but beautiful nonetheless.
Yeah, that must be weird when you have a beautiful house that nobody lived in for like 400 to 500 years. I don't know, we don't say like which year exactly it's supposed to be in. So you don't know. In the 2000s somewhere.
Why are you so surprised? This isn't the first time you've been there.
I know. I just wish I could live in a place like this.
Well, who wouldn't? Everybody would love to live in a big place.
It really takes my breath away.
Although if it's haunted, I don't want to live in a haunted
well,
house.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. Not after the rumors that say it's haunted.
Jeez,
Exactly.
never mind those rumors. Ghosts aren't real after all. And even if they are, which they are not, they can't do anything.
She has a British accent, I think.
They're nothing but spirits.
You don't know that. They might be listening or watching right now, and they might not be happy with you enough to curse you.
Yeah, we never know. We never know. So on the top left, it's funny because it's everything related to career and whatever, cleaners and all that. Let's continue.
No offense, sweetie, but that's a bit of a stretch.
The music is pretty cute. I did buy the soundtrack with it. With the game.
Believe it or not, it's better to be careful.
Right. You know, not every property we sell will end up with a dead body stuffed in a sofa.
I wonder why she said that. Maybe that was a previous incident that we were talking about here. Because apparently... a first sale at Devlin Court had something.
And I think that mansion is where we'll likely find another one. I can feel it.
Uh-oh.
That was one time, Isabella. Loosen up. Wait, just
Okay, I
get
was
here
right, I
ASAP,
think.
Please. I'm getting bored being here on my own.
Fine, fine. Let me just finish up here. I'll be right there soon.
So far I like it in terms of style.
See you. Bye.
We'll see if the stories is interesting. Okay, she hangs up before I can respond. Rose, still charming as ever.
Who was that?
Oh, who is the person talking right now? I looked up from my phone to see Becca, giving me a questioning look. Oh, I like her sprite. So there will be classic sprite as well. And as you can see, the sprites are kind of moving, like sometimes her eyes are closing and not.
Oh, that? It's just Rose.
The one who trained you.
Oh, it's interesting because she didn't say the whole thing that is written here. Okay, so let's say what Becca has to say. And it's funny because I don't know if you saw, it looks nearly like a 3D move that happened for the animation. That was kind of interesting. Becca, Rose, the one you said who trained you for your job back when you started?
You're working together again?
Alright.
Just for this property. We've been scoping out that big mansion down Anselm Village after the renovations. Today's sort of its grand opening to the public. The RC wants to give it one last check before we let potential buyers tour it this afternoon.
Interesting.
Hold on. Is this the same mansion you've been telling everyone about?
Ah, it's really interesting. So they don't have the same text on what she says. As for the other one, it was. It's okay. Well, what Becca said here. Wait, mention that big spooky one you've been telling everyone about?
Didn't you keep saying how it just gave you the creeps? You actually went there, and you're going back?
Oh well, that's a job. She doesn't have money, or at least from what they say in the journal, she doesn't have enough because she's trying to help her father, which is very, which is very great. And because of that, she has to take the risk, and I can understand that.
Well, I did promise Rose I wouldn't ditch her. And besides, a job is a job. Gotta do what you gotta do to make a living.
Exactly, that was saying. Well, it could be dangerous for her, so she just have to be careful. I like the ways that we change actually all the sprite every time for every mood. Well, I would say that a lot of visual novels do that nowadays, so I guess that makes sense. As soon as those words leave my mouth, Becca lets out a soft chuckle.
What's so funny?
Nothing. It's just that I didn't expect you to say that. Coming from you, it sounds so out of character. I mean, no offense, but you've been freaking out ever since you got assigned to it.
You see, that's very interesting because she still says something similar to what's below, but it's different. I found that always interesting. Okay, what Becca said. I mean, no offense, but you've been freaking out about this place being creepy ever since you got assigned to it. Curse rumors and all.
I honestly thought you'd back out.
Not all the time. I could really use a huge amount of cash right now, and this is just the fastest way to get it.
And fortunately, sometimes you have to make some decision to get cash.
Plus, listen to this. Briar Realty wants it sold as soon as possible, and the agent who lands the deal is going to get a huge bonus.
I'm wondering if it's all the agents that will be stuck into that mansion or
They
something.
never give bonuses like that. Getting that would make life so much easier. They're desperate, I'm desperate, it's perfect.
Oh, poor girl, she will fall into like a bad situation. Despite the fact that, she has to do that for an important purpose. A sympathetic look crosses her face. I guess her face equals Becca's face.
No, if you're really in urgent need of money, you could have just asked me.
Oh.
Or Ashton. We can always let you borrow, and you can pay us back whenever.
Even myself, I don't stand actually having people helping me for some reason, which is a little bit hilarious because sometimes you need to get help from other people. It's okay, it's not the end of the world. That if you don't know how to do something, it's okay. If you have somebody that is nice enough to lend you a hand, do not necessarily say no to it. Of course, be careful because some people that lay a hand may have ulterior motive behind it too, but sometimes, if you have a lot of friends, you should consider this, always. But I'm a very stubborn person myself too, so I would probably do more like Isabella here. I have to keep myself from groaning out loud. In the years I've known her, I can already tell what to expect when she has that expression.
Becca! I've noticed that you've been living off instant noodles these past few weeks.
Well, instant noodles are really good, but they're very bad for your health, obviously, especially with a ton of salt that there is in it. Alright, let's see what they say. She crosses her arms and grimaces at the thought. Her voice slightly rises as she begins to scold me. Instantly, I'm reminded why Becca excels at teaching boisterous teenagers.
Stop eating
she's a
junk.
teacher.
They're cheap, but they're not good for you.
Exactly what I just said about the instant noodle.
You'll definitely end up in the hospital if you keep at it.
They all have a little bit of an accent. I don't know what it is. I think it is. Here we go again. Okay, I can do a choice. So what do? I eat other things too, and you're not my mom. I'm a nice person, so I would say, well, I'm a nice person. That sounds a little bit weird to say that, but generally I like to say nice things, so I'll probably say I eat other things too, because it doesn't look as bad as saying, oh, you're not my mom, and being like mean to her.
Hey! I eat other things too.
Achievement unlocked, this or that, relationship status update. Okay, so I got my first achievement. And let's see, relationship here. I got some points with Rebecca. So, okay, so Rebecca will really be a part of the characters here. I fold my arms across my chest, mimicking her postures and giving her the best frown I can muster, the same one I'd use with my younger siblings when they're being difficult. Instead, she only raises an eyebrow at me.
That's not going to work on me. And I saw it when you were cleaning your flat last week. The instant noodle cups outnumber everything else.
That's funny.
You're just exaggerating. Did you even see what's in my cupboard yet? I'm not just living on instant noodles alone. I've got canned beans, peas, tuna, ham, and even hamburgers in there.
Not good in general. The problem with canned vegetables is that they're not, they're not really real. Well, they're real vegetables, but they're done in such a way that they're not necessarily as healthy as you would do it yourself, right? So all of this is not really healthy. Becca's wrinkling her nose by the time... Oh. Becca's wrinkling her nose by the time I get to the end of a small list. She even went a little green on the last one. Yeah, like the expression is interesting. I would have laughed a little at that if I didn't know it would only lead to more reprimands from her.
Aren't those the same ones you won from the grocer's raffle more than a year ago?
Oh, gross. Must be expired.
Oh, I sincerely hope you're checking the date stamps on those things before eating them. I don't want a repeat of last year.
Oh, last year she must have done something
In
bad.
any case, those are still not exactly healthier choices, Belle.
Oh, she's using her other name. Not good. Maria Isabella Grace Cruz Santos. Oh, she doesn't have Belle as a name. Okay. Well, Belle. It's a short of Isabella. Never mind. She shakes her head, possibly laughing at some funny distant memory. When she looks up, I immediately brace myself. More words from her. Sometimes it's just better to let Becca talk until she's out of things to say. But when she turns her attention back to me, there is only warmth in her smile.
What am I going to do with you?
I do hear that sometimes from some other people. She says it's more to herself than me, her voice shifting to something kinder, even motherly, if I'm looking for the exact word.
I hope you know that it's impossible not to worry about you when you're like this. You don't have to keep eating the same thing. Didn't I tell you before? You're always free to reheat my leftovers.
That's very interesting when they change things like that. I don't know if it's because it was translated from another language. I don't remember who created that game. I don't know if it's an American game, if it's a South Korean game, or Chinese or Japanese. I don't remember, but maybe that's why there's some quick differences, because there must have been a translation afterwards or translation before the voices. Most of the time it's when it happens that this was issues. So let's go back to Becca. I already told you before, you're always free to reheat the food in my fridge.
Thanks, Becca. I really appreciate it, but you don't need to keep babying me. You've been taking care of me since after I moved here. You have to take a break sometime.
Oh, that's sweet.
And before you ask again, no. You know I'm not a fan of borrowing money.
Me neither. I'm not a fan of borrowing money.
And I'm not going to ask you to give me what you earned hard for yourself.
You and your pride. But suit yourself. The offer stays on the table, though.
Well, that's sweet. I never realized really that our dress like is done with roses on it. Well, our dress, our top, whatever you want to name that, probably a sweater. I nod in response, if only to get her to drop the topic. But I'm pretty certain I will never take that offer. Ever. It has nothing to do with pride. I've simply seen plenty of times how friendships can take a turn for the worse just because of a few unpaid debts. Well, she's right. I don't want something like that to happen between me and Becca. We may argue about a lot of small petty things, but she already feels like she already feels like a real sister to me. I don't want to lose that friendship over something so trivial. Becca's movement, when she takes a quick glance at something behind me, snaps me out of my thoughts.
Well, enough chit-chat. Lunch is ending, and my students will be back any minute.
Alright, teacher. Good luck.
We can catch up later. Good luck with your clients. You better treat us to lunch or something if you get that sale.
Alright, I hope she's gonna do that. Well, she's 26 years old, so she's definitely like older than a high school person, so she definitely needs to have a job.
You bet!
With a small smile, she returns to her desk and begins sifting through the pages of a rather thick storybook. Oh, she's a history teacher, I guess. She's probably working on next week's lesson plan. Or trying, at least. Her eyes are distant, and she doesn't seem too attentive to whatever is on the page. As if she heard my thoughts, Becca starts coughing heavily. Her hand hastily goes to her mouth to stifle the sounds. Ah, this is precisely why I followed her here. For someone who makes a habit out of worrying about other people, Becca sure forgets how to take care of herself.
Hey, you sure you can manage on your own? I mean, you're still a bit feverish.
She's a bit sick.
Hush, dear. Don't you worry about me. I'll just drink some medicine and I'll be right as rain.
I level her with a flat look. She has had a cold for a couple of days now. Something about the strange weather not agreeing with her lately. And despite my advice to take the week off and rest, I found her apartment empty when I dropped by this morning. Interesting. Is she moving somewhere? She even left the medicine her doctor prescribes. Look who's being stubborn now.
You shouldn't even be working right now.
Seriously, you big baby. I'll be fine. For now, just go to work and stop making that Rose girl wait for you.
Well, that's true. We shouldn't make Rose wait.
I'll call you if I still feel bad, and you can come pick me up if it makes you feel any better.
She offers me a reassuring smile, and I can only sigh. Why do I even bother? There is no stopping her once she has decided on something. Defeated, I reach inside my bag to pull out the same bottle of medicine she left earlier. So that's the bottle of medicine. It looks like NyQuil or Dayquil, because NyQuil wouldn't be good for you, it would make you sleepy. She looks at it warily when I place it in front of her. Unfortunately for her, there's one thing I'm not letting her have her way.
All right, but don't forget what the doctor said. Drink this on time. I'll see you later, okay?
There's an amused gleam in her eyes when she shifts them back to me.
Look who's playing the mother hen now.
Rebecca!
Okay. I won't tease anymore. I'll make sure to drink it, Mom.
Alright, drink it. It's good for you if you have a cold. Before I can retort, she casts another look at the clock. I take that as a sign to finally end the conversation and my short visit. With a small wave, I leave her alone to her classroom and her thoughts. October 21st, Friday, Luxbourne. Oh, I didn't see the rest of it. Anyway, is it written somewhere when you do that? Oh, no. Ah, shoot. Didn't we say October 21st? Let's go back.
I'll make sure to drink it, Mom.
We can play the voice like in a lot of visual novel. So we missed this. I hailed a passing taxi to take me to the property as soon as I leave the school grounds. The mansion is some way out in the countryside, but I don't have trouble giving the driver direction. I like the style so far. Zarbucks. Sleepy Sheep Inn. Briar Realty Corp. There's always also this little cloud and the birds flying, which I think bring a little bit of animation, making it not necessarily very stale, which is good. Apparently, everyone in Luxbourne City knows of it, including every bit of rumors surrounding the place. In fact, just the mention of its name is enough for locals to give you cautious, sidelong glances. I learned that the hard way the first time I commuted there, and it only boosted my belief that there's something more to the house. Even the news of it being renovated and placed back up in the market has caused quite a stir. Thankfully, it died down a few weeks later. The place would have become a lot harder to sell otherwise. I avert my eyes from the window once the building shrinks in the distance. We get a glimpse of the countryside soon, although a quick glance at my watch tells me we're still a few minutes away from our destination. Might as well get some work done. Rose did ask me to review the mansion's documents. I already looked at them over last night, but you never know when things may go wrong. Life has ways of messing things up like that. Halfway through reading the papers, my phone rings again. I picked it up without looking, neatly tucking it between my ears and shoulders. It's probably just Rose again anyway. Rose? Oh, somebody named Ash is calling.
Guess again.
Ashland. What's your name? Ashton, yeah. That voice!
Bingo.
Hey, what's up?
Just checking if you're still cool later this evening.
You mean
So
that
they're
thing
doing
with
something.
Yeah. He even called in the middle of the night just to remind me.
I guess they're trying to put her in a relationship with that Zach.
No, don't worry. I didn't forget. I'll be there.
Assuming we're not stuck in that mansion.
Cool. I'll see you later. What time do you get off?
Around 6 p.m.? I don't know. It's the first day of the Ermengarde Mansion's open house, and we're expecting quite a number of potential buyers. I'll be booked the whole afternoon.
Ermengarde
Nice.
Mansion?
You know, the big Jacobean mansion at Anselm Village? I'm on my way there right now, actually.
On your own?
Yeah, well, Rose is already there, but yeah.
I see. Looks like the scaredy cat finally toughened up.
Shut up!
Ash chuckles, and I can't help but roll my eyes upon hearing it.
I'll see you later. Drop me a call when you're done. I'll see if I can pick you up.
Sure. Interesting that we changed that suddenly. Well, we have a little bit of humor so far.
Whatever. Bye.
Okay. Sorry, I'm getting a call, that's why I said something. Stupid asshole! Always teasing me whenever he sees a chance. I'll show him with stuff. Alright, journal updated, timeline October 21st. It takes a few more minutes until I finally reach the infamous mansion. I have to admit, the entire property does look wonderful from the outside. Okay, let's look here. Timeline. Friday, October 21st. Before going to Ermengarde's mansion, Isabella Santos dropped by San Goretti High School to check on Rebecca Gales. The former reminded the latter to take her flu medicine before leaving. On the way to the mansion, Isabella received a phone call from Ashton Frey, reminding her of Zachary Steele's movie premieres at night. Interesting. We didn't say that detail, but now we know at least. And I'm wondering when we're gonna give some journal entries here. Probably when we're gonna play them, maybe? Who knows? But unfortunately, that's the moment I'm gonna have to stop that game preview. So far we didn't see a lot of it. Well, we got one achievement at least. But it seems pretty interesting. I'm interested in continuing the story and see what's really gonna happen. It seems that everything will start to happen now. And it's a bummer that I have to go, but as I said, this game is actually on a numbered bundle up to October 28th. It's in the Humble Bundle for Halloween. I didn't get it from there, I got it a little bit earlier. I think that I found like one discount one time and I decided to buy it because it sounded interesting. Let's see if we go back to the main screen. I don't know if I want to save or if I will restart the game just so like that I can take back some pictures of the game. But anyway, I hope you liked it. I hope that you're gonna give it a chance and try it out by yourself too. And thank you so much for watching Toaster Show. I hope that you have a great Halloween if you watch this at Halloween. And see you soon on the channel. Thank you for following Toaster Show and for subscribing. Bye bye.